Before we actually go through and install the software for the class, I did want to introduce you to Adobe Connect, which is the virtual classroom that we use. Adobe Connect is probably the easiest interface I know of for connecting people over line, web conferencing and such. All you need to do as a student enrolled in my class is open the syllabus and click on the link to here in week 1, which is right at the top of the page. If I click on that, what will happen is I'll be taken to a login screen through Adobe Connect. Now what I would do if I was you, I would bookmark this page because the link is the same for every single class. It does not matter which 1032 session you're in, it will always be the same link, just maybe at different times. From here, you can just put in your name, and I do prefer that you put in your full name, please, just so I can get used to what students are in my class. Sometimes students use nicknames or cute names, and that really doesn't work very well. If you click on, so you select Enter as Guest, put in your name, click Enter Room. If the session has not started yet, you will see a message here. And if I have something coming up that day, I typically will post messages here for you to see. Once the meeting has started, I'll start the meeting up on my side, you can keep clicking refresh until you get into the room. Sometimes students tell me they have to click refresh quite a few times to get into the room, quite a few, meaning 3, 4, 5 times to refresh. Just keep clicking refresh until you actually get in. Now, as you can see here on the screen, I have my account up on top, Ed Walsh, and then there's a student account, Joe Smith. Below that, we have a chat window, and I can manipulate what you see on the screen at any given time. If you go over to the top left-hand corner, you'll see 2 drop-down boxes that you have available right now. One is about your volume, or your speakers. If you want to mute them, you can there. So we can come over here, click on this, and we can adjust speaker volume and so forth. This one will allow you to raise your hand, agree, disagree, and importantly for me, if you're going to step away from the lecture, click on the step away icon because you see it appears right there, and that lets me know that you're no longer there, and I won't ask you any questions or direct anything towards you. I'll check that off. Okay, we go back there and uncheck it. Now, there are other options, and I'll flip through a couple here. If you want to speak with me, typically many students chat with me, but if you want to speak with me, you can. You just let me know that you'd like to speak with me, and I would go over here and enable your microphone. And you can see now you have another icon on the top of the bar, and this is your microphone, and if you want to use it, you would say connect to my audio. That would enable it, and then we would be able to speak just like any voice conversation. I can also disable it from there if I want to. The other thing I can do in Adobe Connect, which is very nice, is screen share. So if I need to, let's say there's a particular situation you're having and you need me to look at your screen, I can do that by requesting a screen share. And you can select start. Now I'm not going to do that here because really I'm on the same computer and it doesn't seem to like that a heck of a lot. But when I click this, it'll actually say, hey, you know, you need an Adobe Connect plugin for this. You want me to go get it. This is where you would say yes. It would go out there and actually download the plugin for you, and then we should be able to actually share screens. All right, and as you can see, it's not very difficult. I can just go from here, click share my screen, and the screen will be shared on my side. So you will see screen shares coming from me. I'm going to disable that right now. I'm going to revoke that, and I'm going to minimize it on my side. Once again, I'm not going to share, but in this gray box that you see on your screen where it says nothing being shared, that's typically where you'll see my desktop and what I'm doing on my computer. And I can see your chat, you can see my chat. There's even private chat if you want to. And many times what I do with students is I have videos that I've set up for the class that we can watch, some of the same videos that you have on YouTube. But as you can see, Adobe Connect is really an amazing tool, easy to get around and use. All you have to do is let me know. If you want to speak with me, I turn on your microphone. If you want to share your screen, we share the screen. Very, very nice tool. I think you'll really enjoy it once you get comfortable with the class. Now, next we'll move on to actually getting the virtual software installed on our system.